Raja Community Center gave awards NYPD promotees. The Consul General of Pakistan, Ms. Aisha Ali, and NYPD Assistant Commissioner Garcia were the special guests. Chief Brian Conroy, Chief Shawl, Chief Charlie McQuay, Inspector Mike Telfer, Inspector David Wall, Commanding Officer of 70%, Inspector Paul Villagra, Commanding Officer of the Citywide Community Affairs, Captain Wahid Akhtar, Captain Adil Rana, Captain Asif Iqbal, Captain Misbah Noor, Captain Idris, Captain Robin, Lieutenant Ibrar Afzal, Lieutenant Salman Asghar, Detective Rohel Khalid, Sergeant Asad were present in this program. There were three kinds of food served: Turkish and Pakistani food. This program was arranged by Raja Azad Gul, the president of Raja Community Center, and the members Sher Khan, Raja Nazakat Ali, Raja Imtiaz Ahmed. The judge Alina Baron also participated.
In the name of God, the most merciful, the most beneficent, I would like to welcome all of you here to celebrate our brothers' promotions. This great event is organized by our friend, our community leader, Raja. Thank you so much. Where is he? Raja.
Raja, come on, Raja.
Raja is also considered as a mayor of Pakistani community on Coney Island. He is well loved and well respected among all. We will begin our program with the recitation of Quran. I will like to call Brother Shahid.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين صدق الله العظيم. Translation. The messenger has believed in what was revealed to him from his Lord, and so have the believers. All of them have believed in God and his angels and his books and his messengers, saying we make no distinction between any of his messengers. And they say, we hear and we obey. We seek your forgiveness, our Lord. To you is the final destination. God does not burden a soul except within his capacity. It will have the consequences of what good it has gained, and it will have the consequences of what bad it has earned. Our Lord, do not impose blame upon us if we have forgotten or erred. Our Lord, and lay not upon us like the burden like that of which you laid those before us. Our Lord, and burden us not with which we have no ability to bear, and pardon us and forgive us and have mercy upon us. You are our protector, and give us victory against those who reject faith. Amen.
Thank you, Brother Shahid. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to call up our master of ceremony, Captain Adil Rana. He has arrived, so he will host this wonderful event. Captain Adil Rana.
Welcome everyone. It's a great honor, obviously, for our community, because you see our youngsters moving up, our community moving up in various ranks. It doesn't have to be only supervisor rank. You know, everyone makes a big impact in the work that they do, connecting with our communities and the other communities that they serve. So it's an honor to host such a gathering, such like this, to appreciate. It gives not only the people that are getting promoted the encouragement, but also others that are just joining or the ones that are thinking about joining. So it gives them that a feeling that the community is backing them. Their friends, their colleagues, everyone backs them to succeed. So I think it's a great feeling, especially for ourselves and the people that are getting promoted, and also for our youngsters. So thank you, Raja, for putting this together, and the community for coming. I know he made it a small gathering on purpose, so it could be more intimate. People get to know each other and really appreciate each other and each other's work that they do every day. At the same time, we recently made history. I know, auxiliary police do a lot of work. Whether we see it or we don't, they put in their time, their own time. They don't get paid for it, but the dedication that they have for their community is, unmatchable. And I think, being the first Pakistani, first Muslim individual to achieve the rank of Deputy Chief in Auxiliary Police, Nasir Salim, big congratulations to you. It's a great honor because, he has his regular life, work, family, yet he takes time out, which I think close to 15,000 hours of his own time for free to give back to the community, to give back, to the youngsters, and being there as a role model and being there as, a mentor. So people, as you know, auxiliary police is not only for people that just want to volunteer in their neighborhood, but it also could be a stepping stone for a great career in the police department, But, no, I'm not gonna say. No, I used to be auxiliary police, and I was a commanding officer of auxiliary unit in Brooklyn South.
I remember him, 6'2".
Yeah, there you go. He was ICO at the time, but Chief Scholl was the CO in the 6'2" when I was auxiliary there. But it can lead not only serving your community, but it also gives you an insight of a great career that you can take. And really make a difference in the long run. So, that's why it's very important to acknowledge individuals like that. Then we have, our captain who just got promoted, Captain Noor. Congratulations to you. He's one of the individuals that I think now we have 5 Pakistanis, which is a small number, but it's a growing number, quickly growing number, because the dedication that the individuals are showing towards their career, their community. So it's a great honor, and hopefully we'll have, as of right now, Muslim captains. We have about 10 to 15. I don't have the exact count in front of me, but it's about 10 to 15. And just to let you know, the last test, the list is out, for promotion, and whoever's got promoted, like Noor just got promoted, but after him, we have about 6 or 7 more that are on the list, to get promoted to captain. So I think it's a great achievement for our youngsters and our community. So, and then obviously we have newly promoted Lieutenant Ibrar, Ibrar Fazal. He's signed for the 6-year precinct. A great individual. When you say true, the blue blood family, this is the real true blood, blue blood family. He has 4 brothers, and one of the brothers already have 2 sons. three sons on the job. 3 sons on the job already. So it's like a real, blue blood family, and I think it's a great achievement. And I think the older brother was one of the first Pakistani individuals people used to see. He was a police officer. I was auxiliary at the time, but I used to see him in every event, connecting with the community, educating them about the community. So, the family goes a long way, so it's great to see that you're moving up. And I think your other brother is on the list to become a lieutenant. So, it's a great achievement, coming from, a family of police officers to, keep on rising and shining. So congratulations. And of course, we have the promotees, but we can't forget the history, right? We have the first Pakistani American to make the rank of captain, Captain Wahid Akhtar, who's here. He put me on the spot. I thought I wasn't going to speak today, but I guess he put me on the spot today, but all right. I think I didn't apologize. I was late, so I apologize for being late. It's on time.
Apologize doesn't help.
I guess we'll deal with that later. But again, we have another individual, Asif Iqbal. He's from the Bronx. He's another captain from our community. You never see him because he tries to hide, but we always try to bring him out to the community so that people can see him, and he can be a role model also. So, thank you. I know it's a big thing for you to come out. So thank you for coming out and being here. We have Detective Muhammad Ayman. Muhammad, if you don't know him, I don't know which planet you're living in, right? If you don't know Muhammad Ayman. Muhammad Ayman is a great individual that works with every community. Every faith-based community, every nationality, he's out there trying to connect with them. He's a great individual, not only for the NYPD, but also for our community, our organization, because that they see what a Muslim individual is, how he interacts, how he behaves, how he connects with our interfaith partners. And I think, it's displayed right here in the room that we have individuals that, are, Jewish faith, but they're here to support Muhammad Ayman. So, it goes a long way. Obviously Raja always, whenever he does, one of the things that he does in his events, always tries to include his interfaith partners, which is a beauty about, doing events like that, because, this brings one, we work together, we live together, we do activities together, but when you come in a smaller gathering, intimate gathering, where you're celebrating achievement of the community and you're interacting with other communities, they get to see exactly what your community is all about. So I think it's a great thing that he continues to do, and it's a great thing that Muhammad Ayman does, so we can have the understanding and the support of our neighbors and our interfaith community. So thank you, Muhammad Ayman, and thank you for our interfaith community for being here. And also, when I say interfaith, I also mean, ethnic communities, right? We have Asian, Louis Lu, who's great. I think Louis Lu needs to move into Pakistani communities soon, because he's always there. But thank you for being a partner with our community. It means a lot. I see Inspector Telfer.
Pakistan.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be Pakistani soon, so he's going to go to Pakistan. But again, I can go on and on. But main thing is, we're here as one. We'll continue to celebrate as one and look out for each other, no matter what community you're from. And I think that's what the beauty is here. And I can't thank enough the people on the days that the support that we get, not only our community but every community, especially in Brooklyn South. I think Brooklyn South is a unique place. I might be a little biased, but I think it's still a unique place where people come together. You know, we don't have no division. You know, whether it was a small thing or not, we come together and solve those issues. We stand against any bias or hatred, and we come together to combat those. No matter what community it is for, whether it's for Jewish community, Muslim community, will stand together. Jewish community will stand together with the Muslim community when it's Muslim people getting harassed or anything like that. So I think it's a unique borough. But of course, as far as law enforcement, it cannot be great if you don't have a great leadership. I know I always say this, but we have the Consul General here. She probably doesn't know, but we have great individuals that lead this borough. And Chief Conroy, who's a commanding officer, Chief Shaw, who's pretty much a resident of Pakistani community. He's great. He's always there. And of course, the commanding officer. Nothing can be done without the support of the commanding officer in the area. So he's always been supportive. Commissioner Garcia, thank you. I know you do a lot of work in the schools. Thank you for being here. And of course, our friend Judge. But main thing I want to point out is that these individuals are the one that making sure that everything goes smooth. As far as safety, relationship, you name it, everything. Even if it's not in their job description, they're still doing it. And if they can't do it, they'll make sure they'll find somebody in the community partners that can interact or they can solve issues of another community. So, we want to really thank you for being there for our community and, just being there for us, for both sides, police officers and as a community person. So thank you very much, guys. We spoke about community interaction. We have Inspector Valerga, who heads the community outreach, citywide unit. I had the pleasure of working in that unit at one point. He does an amazing job. His team does an amazing job. Just being on top of everything. So thank you, Inspector, for being here and doing, your guys doing and you doing the amazing work that you continue to do. We also have, a gathering cannot be completed by thanking Ira Jablonski. Ira, you're doing amazing work. Ira is a legend in this neighborhood, in this community. Not only because of his hard work, but also his roots. His roots live deep in this community from his father, who supported this community for, as far as I can remember, from the 80s on. And he continued that. He continued his father's legacy with serving the people. Whether it's this community or any other community, he's out there serving, and he's pretty much, making sure that the community gets the resources as far as even the brass, the upper echelon, into their community, so this way they can solve the issues that there need to be. So thank you, Ira. Thank you for being. Inspector de Blasio, the former commanding officer of 7-0 Precinct, before Inspector Wall. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being there when you were here. The services that you provided. So we appreciate your service. Thank you. I think you can't hear me in the back. But then I won't be able to hear myself anymore then. But again, it's main thing is I want to thank everyone. We want to congratulate our honorees. I think Captain Guven just walked in. Captain Idris Guven is another Muslim captain, first Turkish American to become the captain in the NYPD. So thank you, Captain. All right, that's it. Did I miss anything?
No, I think you got everybody in the room with them.
That's good. That's good. I think 2 people couldn't make it, right, because they're traveling. So Muhammad Adnan, who works in Muhammad Ahmed Adnan, he works in 6-1. He's the SOL there. He's newly promoted also. So we want to congratulate him also. Thank you guys. Now, if you don't mind, I would like our newly promoted captain to please come up and say a few words.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm extremely humbled to be recognized at this beautiful gathering. I want to first of all, I want to thank Raja. I think he's outside. Okay, hey, come closer. Come closer. Maybe you can hear me. So I want to say thank you to Raja. He's the one that put this together. He does an amazing job with the community. I started my career here in the 7-0 in 2005, and that's where I met Raja. And we've been friends since. And he just doesn't do this for me or these guys here. He does it for every community and anyone that gets promoted in the community. So again, thank you, Raja, for putting this together. And I want to thank the NYPD leadership executives for taking the time out of their busy schedule and being with us and celebrating this night. Also want to thank the Council General, the judge, and I don't want to take too much of your time. I think we have dinner. So, thank you.
Muhammad Amin, why don't you come up? 30 seconds.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm really honored and humbled to be here. As American Egyptian, I want to say Pakistan Zindabad. It's a trick. No, it is an honor to be here to show you that the diversity and how we are all together working hand in hand. I just feel like Raja, as the captain was saying, he always honor and recognize everyone, not just Muslim. And this is what we are here in New York. Whether you're Muslim, you're Jewish, you're Christian, you whatever belief you are, we're here to serve you and protect you. And this is to show the diversity in our department. I think we're very unique in New York, and I think that everything we do here, the whole world watch. Particularly this year, and the previous year, the Muslim officers sponsor the biggest menorah lighting in the city of New York for a reason, that we support our Jewish brothers in the midst of any hate crime happening. The same thing they give it back to us when something happened to the Muslim. So just to reiterate that this is what we have here in New York. We would love everyone else to copy what we do. I always say that our diversity is never a threat to who we are. It's really what makes who we are. One New York. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amen. Chief, if you don't mind. We have Chief Charles McAvoy. He's a great individual. He's always with us in all the events. Thank you for your support, Chief.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know who messed with the speakers. Ibrar, if you don't mind, come up.
Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I want to thank Raja for this honor. Thank you very much. I want to thank my family, friends, the community, and all the NYPD executives for showing their help and support over here and being present here tonight. I also want to congratulate all of my fellow honorees for their well-deserved promotion. Thank you very much.
All right. Nasser Salim, if you can come up for 15 seconds.
No. Give him 1 minute.
You cannot cry today. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thanks to Raja for the honor, and thanks to the executives here, all my community. And well, I promise I don't cry today because I get really emotional every time I grab her. Like, it wasn't a 30-year almost journey. It wasn't that easy, but we made it. That's the best.
You probably called my other
we
number.
worked really hard, and there was a time when I was alone. I can't see any Pakistani guy 30 years back, and now look at this. It's full of restaurant with Pakistani captains and everyone you want, and you name it. And now you have a chief too. Thank you again.
Thank you, Nasser. I just gave you an example about an individual that was in this community who retired, and he was serving and connecting our community many years back, and he just walked in. So Fazal, thank you. You know, this is the individual who was the elder brother of Fazal that's always been there.
Thank you.
Now, without further ado, if I can get our Consul General to say a few words.
Raja Sahab, bahut shukriya. Thank you so much. I think you put an amazing event together. Congratulations. NYPD executives. It gives me, members of the community, the honorees, it gives me a great pleasure to be here with you tonight. I'm very thankful to Raja Sahab and the organizers of this event for putting this wonderful event together. I'm also very delighted to meet with all the executives. This is a very special day, and we're all very proud of our NYPD police officers of Pakistan heritage. I think they are making immense contributions to NYPD as they play a very pivotal role in ensuring the safety and security of the city. I congratulate the honorees, Captain Ms. Banur. Adnan is not here, I believe. Lieutenant Ibrar Fazal and all the others. Chief Nasir Salim. जी आपको भी बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो. I also want to appreciate the efforts of NYPD for serving and engaging with the Pakistani American community. Thank you once again for everything. I was also just wondering if we have women of Pakistani heritage in NYPD. If we do,
Yeah,
we do.
right there. Hey,
Okay.
stand up.
Okay, all right.
Pay attention. Pay attention. Bring it up. Pay attention. Stand up.
Because in Pakistan, I just wanted to tell everyone. Because in Pakistan, I wanted to tell everyone we have more and more women joining the Pakistan Police Service. This was not the case when I joined the civil service 20 years ago. But now, in the last 10 years, I see that the police service of Pakistan has become, has opened its door to women officers, and it is a huge development in Pakistan, and they're making a lot of contribution to policing all over Pakistan. So I just wanted to know if we have women of Pakistan heritage in NYPD, and it's great to know that there are. And it would be wonderful one day to see them becoming captains like yourselves and serving their communities. Thank you once again for inviting me and giving me the honor to be with you here tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Consul General. Since you mentioned that, you know, we have, it used to be maybe one or two, but we have a lot of female that are in the police force, and some of them are, you know, the husband and the wife is in the police department, like the one right there that weren't paying attention. But, you know, they both, one is a sergeant, the other one is a police officer, but we have others that are both police officers, which is wonderful. And I think that's one of the things that we, as a society and as a community, we did when we did the recruitment drive. We made sure that we educate our, you know, the young girls in the schools and give them the opportunity and give them the idea about the career so they can think about career and actually accomplishing something that they want to do. And this is why, you know, it's great that the NYPD is one of the departments in the whole country that allows hijab to be worn on as a uniform. So I think that's like eliminated a lot of, you know, the fear of the female saying, oh, I want to. So everyone doesn't have to have the hijab, but there are some that want to do it, and that, you know, we get a lot of those questions. And can we do it? But because of that policy, we have more female that are joining the police department. So, you know, that's a great thing. Now, I would like our, you know, Chief Commanding Officer of Brooklyn South, Chief Brian Conway, if he can say a few words.
Good evening. It's just so nice to be with friends tonight. This is a very relaxed thing. Raja, thank you so much for being a friend and for putting this very nice event to recognize all our awardees. And congratulations to all our awardees. It really is so nice to see everybody getting recognized here tonight, but especially I hear about how the Muslim community within the police department is growing, and you can tell it's coming from generations to come. The sons are coming on the job, and brothers and relatives, and the women police officers coming on the job. So for years to come, you're gonna have to think about more and more the percentage of the job that is Muslim. So that is just great to hear. Thank you, everybody, all friends for being here tonight. I want to recognize some of our special guests I see on our poster back here. I know I have Ramon Garcia, who's been a friend of mine for a long time. I worked with in school safety for over 7 years. And he kind of just told me a secret tonight. He's planning on retiring soon. So let's congratulate Ramon. Again, he's been saying that for years anyway, so who knows? Everybody always talks him into staying. And it's such an honor to meet our Counsel General Talisha Lee tonight. Thank you so much for being here tonight with us. And I have to thank all the police officers that every day are out there working to keep our community safe. We're here tonight, but there are officers out there tonight working hard, working in the rain, working 365 days a year, keeping our community safe. So I thank all our officers for what they do each and every day. You know, our community relationships, you make us better. You make us do our job better. You help us, and we cannot accomplish this without you. So thank you very much. Thank you for everybody for everything you do for us. And thank you, Chuck Cho, my XO, for being there, Russ, and Dave Wall, your CO, who's just a tremendous guy and big career ahead of him. All right, so thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Chief. I'm not gonna get in trouble, all right? So I'm not gonna call the next person who I introduced before. You know, he was my boss, still my boss, but now he moved to bigger and better places. He works in Chief of Department's office, Chief Charles McAvoy. Thank you again for being with us. Would you like, or?
Yes, please.
Just to piggyback on what Chief Conroy said, thank you for the community, and of course, congratulations to all the award winners, and of course, Raja. Raja is our friend, he's our partner, as everybody else in the room. You're our partners, and we work with you hand in hand, and all the success we've had in the police department, we could not accomplish that without our partners sitting here tonight. So, once again, congratulations to all the award winners. Thank you, and everybody have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Chief. Remember, it was Rogers. I
know, Rogers is fine.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Don't pay late.
I would like to call upon our special guest, Assistant Commissioner Raymond Garcia, if he can come and say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. I had no idea Chief Conroy was gonna tell you that I was gonna retire. You know, police officer, and I can mention so many other titles that work in the NYPD, and I won't go through all of them. But there's one thing that they all do: they're public servants. Whether it's traffic, whether it's school safety, whether it's a police officer. I won't mention the other titles. But this job cannot be done by us alone. The people that you see behind me, the people that you see here in uniform, this is a tough task. And although the city's done a great job, and I think Chief McAvoy could agree, this morning there are comp stat and they're talking about the increases of people being robbed in the city. And the police, they can't stop the robberies on their own. Sometimes they need help from the community, right? Because some of us see things out there that could definitely help us solve a crime, right? Or prevent a crime. And I'm so glad that the police department is doing so much better at getting the community to work together. Because I know 36 years ago, I never saw the police department meet with so many people from the Pakistani community. So it's indeed a pleasure, I think, for every boss in this room to see what's going on, in and around the room and around the city. And I won't get into religion, but I will tell you that it's God that appoints people in authority and authoritative positions. And it's a big responsibility. I'm gonna brag about Chief Conroy behind me. I'd come in somewhere, I'd drag myself in somewhere around 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And if I left at 9 or 10 o'clock at night on some days, he'd still be there working. He's not a guy that brags about the kind of work that he does, but I see the results behind the sacrifice that he makes every single day. He's got 2 children, he's got a wife, he's got family, and still he's here giving it his all. So you guys that are coming up in the ranks, there's a lot of sacrifice. And with that sacrifice, you want to make sure that you keep the wife happy, right? I'm still working on it. I'm 40 years married. Keep the wife happy is not easy. It's not. You can't go to the patrol guide and say, "Hey, where do I find keep a wife happy?" It's not in there. And you got to make sure that you spend quality time with your family. The same dedication we give to the community, we got to make sure that we try to do the same thing with our families. I wish 2020 to be a very, very blessed year for everyone in the room, and a safe one. And make sure that what we saw last week with the attempted assassination of police officers, that we all are dedicated to make sure that no harm comes to anyone, especially the brothers and sisters in blue, okay? God bless you.
Thank you, sir. If you don't know, Assistant Commissioner, he is a religious person. He's very involved in his own organization, Police Officer for Christ. Yeah. And again, that goes a long way. He does a lot of work, but guess what? We work with him also. That shows the uniqueness of this great department, this great city, that how we, leave our differences, leave our issues on the side and build bridges and come together and learn from each other. One individual I would like to acknowledge, I should have done that a long time ago, but he's right in front of me, Hamid Khan. Mr. Hamid Khan, thank you. If you don't know Hamid Khan, he's been here in this community for a very long time, and serving this community. You won't see him in the front line, but he's in the back supporting all the community leaders or community members or merchants, you name it. So thank you for all the things that you do. And at the same time, I want to say, if we can have a moment of silence for his brother who just passed away, who was a great individual. Someone just told me he was buried in New Jersey. Someone else I know that he has his brother buried in New Jersey in the same graveyard. And he tells me, whenever he goes visit his brother, he's always seeing more and more people, newer and newer people coming and visiting the grave of Hamid Khan's brother, Nadeem Khan. That shows what kind of individual he was, and how he connected with his community, that people are still strangers are still going back and going as far as New Jersey to visit his grave. So please, if you can have a moment's silence.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chief Shaw.
I'm not gonna get in trouble twice today,
I
so
spoke
that's
with
it.
him.
I did one strike already. I don't want to do another strike.
I spoke with him.
If I can have our Judge Barron, if you can please say a few words.
And our CEO too.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. It is such an honor to be here. I'm Judge Barron. You elected me. I am the judge from this district. South Brooklyn is my home. I live a couple of blocks away here. Obviously, I deeply care about this community. It is my honor and pleasure to serve on the bench. I'm currently in Manhattan, but I still get the issues that involve Brooklyn. I can't wait to get home to Brooklyn Civil Court, where I should be serving. And last summer, we ran for Surrogates Court. Obviously, Surrogates Court is very important because it affects all our families and preservation of wealth. And even though I didn't win, we still made a very, very important showing, and I think made a statement that it's important for all our immigrant communities to be represented in Surrogates Court, which is not happening right now. So again, honored to be here. Congratulations to all the honorees and amazing Raja for putting this together year after year. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Now, if I can have one of our interfaith partner, Davi, who's, everyone knows him, but it's great to hear from him. So if you can come and say a few words, Davi.
Thank you, Captain Rana. Thank you, everybody, for being always involved in this getting together community partnership. This is what brings New York City. As Commissioner Garcia said a few minutes ago, it's the hard work and dedication of everybody. I don't want to keep everybody. There's a lot of food waiting, I see. But it's an honor to be here, to work together side by side. My neighbors, I live a few blocks away. We do things together. Mohammed leads us, Mohammed Aman, in 1PP with the community outreach and liaison program and all the leaders. So it's a key foundation that we all get together always. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Davi. Again, this was a small program, but it was also very important to hear from everyone. You know, you can talk about them, but when you hear from them, it's a different feeling. Before I go forward, I want to acknowledge again my good friend, Inspector Telfer, who is an amazing individual. I met him a few. No, I'm not getting in trouble again.
No.
So, but I just had to acknowledge him again because he's a great individual. I know him many years now, but he's always been there in the community. It's hard to have a nice lunch or dinner with him because he doesn't eat anything other than salad or leaves. I don't know what he eats, but it's still great as a friend. You've always been here. He was supposed to go to Saudi Arabia with us, but he chickened out at the end. But he did go to the holy cities. He went to Egypt, he went to Jerusalem, Israel, and all the holy sites. So thank you. And he's going to Jamaica.
And you're all welcome to come.
Now you're going to get me, Roger, because you keep doing it, so you're paying the bill, so you might as well say something. Just very quickly. Thank you, Roger, the community for doing this. Consul General, it's always an honor to be in your presence, and you should be very proud of the people from your country that reside in Brooklyn, because they help us keep this area safe. The reason I wanted to come up, you said something, Rana, about the Fazal family and Blue Bloods. I know your brothers, I know all of them since they started the job, so I'm seeing what's going on. But on the way here, I was with Lieutenant Jablonski, and they're filming Blue Bloods on McDonald and Avenue F. And we passed by the set, and they were thanking us for what we do. And they have this hit TV show, but they were thanking the NYPD for keeping them safe and being a great police department. So thank you again, Raja, but we're the real deal, the NYPD. Thank you very much. Go to the back. That's what this is all about.
Now, if I can have our good friend Ira Jablonski, if you can come up and say a few words.
Sorry. I'm sure the last one you want to see is me up here with all this delicious food. I see everybody getting it ready. So first of all, I want to thank the chiefs, the executives that are in this room right now, Chief Conroy, Chief Shull, Chief McAvoy, Commissioner Garcia, Counsel General, and Inspector Wall, the judge. It's a true honor, and I can't do anything that I do in the community without their blessing, their approval, and I really owe them a great deal of gratitude for giving me the blessing to go ahead and do what I do, because it's all them when I get to do my God's work out here. Raja, you're more than a friend. I know Detective Emmett said about a menorah. There is a big menorah lighting at the Gap, and they did donate one of the tools utilized to get up to this big menorah. And every year they couldn't get this cherry picker. They always had to call Con Ed. They went through every various sites and people to try to use, and MOS, the society, came out and they got it donated this year, so it was tremendous. Thank you so much for doing that. But on a different note, with Raja, a couple of years ago, everybody calls for their community, their own. They gotta try to take care of, and it's understandable. But Raja calls me a couple of years ago and he says, "Listen, you gotta meet me on McDonald Avenue." So I'm trying to think, I know a few miles on McDonald Avenue. He goes, "No, you just gotta come meet me. There's somebody you have to meet." So I get to McDonald Avenue and he goes, "Come here." I go, "Where are we going?" And there's like this little hole in the wall with a door. And he goes, "You gotta come inside." I said, "Why?" He said, "Come inside." I said, "Okay, you know what? It's a new mosque. I'll come. I'll meet the imam." I get into this door, and to my surprise, there's a little old rabbi. And Raja says, "Ira, this synagogue's been here for years. Nobody ever comes to visit it. Nobody pays any attention. These are my brothers. Please take care of them." And for a man like Raja to do that, I mean, come on. It's only here in Brooklyn South. It's only here with, people like Raja, people like all the liaisons, the community helpers, Yes, Lou, we love you, don't worry, brother. But there's so many people in this room that I want to thank. And I know I'll get in trouble, so I just want to really, Raja, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thanks for giving me, this beautiful, prestigious award tonight. It really means a lot. I mean, I did get promoted a couple of months ago, and the first people to tweet it out was the MOS Society. So I saw Rana, and it was like more than his family getting promoted. He ran over, he goes, "We gotta get a picture, I gotta get this tweeted out." But that's what we're about. That's what the NYPD is about. It's about one big brotherhood. So when I go home and I tell my wife, I say, we have almost 40,000 brothers and sisters out there. So we should be very happy, very proud. So thank you all very much for being here. God bless you all and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Ira. Now, to move to the next portion before the food gets cold and everyone starts beating me up because they're hungry. I want to bring, also before I do that, you see the food, I want to thank, our partners from the, obviously Jewish community, Dovey, and everyone else for making sure that we have kosher food, because we know the dietary restrictions. Just like you would hold an event and we'll make sure there's a halal food, we make sure that you're here, we have kosher food for you. So thank you, for the food and making sure that we, and for Ira, Raja had to get a special kosher cake for you, so exactly. So our next portion, I would like to call Raja, if you can come up. Come and say a few words before we start.
Assalamu alaikum. I welcome to our Counsel General, Commissioner Garcia, Chief Ron Conroy, Chief Charlie, Chief Scholl, my friend Inspector David Wall, Inspector Richard, Captain Wahid Akhtar, Captain Noor, and all my Pakistani brother and sister. I welcome you here. It's not just I am celebrating their promotion, it's the appreciation of their service they do for us. They make the city safe, they work hard, they sacrifice their holiday, they sacrifice their lives, and they sacrifice their family time. So we have to support NYPD and we have to appreciate them, their services. So especially thanks to 70 Precinct and 70 CO. They are always here in our mosque whenever we need, in Ramadan, Friday, and whenever we have anybody's funeral, they provide the good service. 70 have best CO and best community affair. I want to say special thanks to the 70 Precinct. And my best friend, Captain Rana, who helped me to organize this event, and Detective Rohel, and my friend Captain Noor. He was here, 70 cops, and he did a lot of good things for Pakistani community. There was a lot of that time young guys. They was doing some bad things, and he put them in the lockup and made the community safe. And he did great job to save our Pakistani community. And I am always big NYPD supporter. And whoever protests against the NYPD, Raja is against those people. And I always support NYPD. And we have best chief, Assistant Chief Brian Conroy, and Chief Scholl. We have best chief in 5 borough, the better chief, and they always easy to reach, and always they are taking care of my community better than anybody else. So I would like to special thank you, Chief Brian Conroy, and my friend here, right side, Chief Charlie. Thank you for your time. He was very busy today. I made him come here. And all my friends, they took time and came here. I want to say thank you. And my other friends, Raja Nazakat, Raja Imtiaz Ali, and everybody else, whoever supported me, I want to say thank you. And Captain Wahid Akhtar, he's also big our sport. He also available whenever you call him for Pakistani community. And I want to tell you something. Our Consul General, she is here. We have best Consul General and plus this New York Consulate, 24 hours, 7 days, whenever we need visa, something. Even they open Sunday for me whenever I need for my community. So I want to say big thanks for the my Consul General. So thank you very much for your time. And thank you for your time. And now, after a few minutes, food will be ready, and you can enjoy the food. And thank you very much.
Raja, stay here. I would like to call Chief Brian Conroy, if you can step up, please. Chief Scholl, is he still here? Come on, Chief.
Oh, this is beautiful. I need this plane. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
If I can have Deputy Inspector Paul Valurga, if you can please come up. If I can have Ira Jablonski, Lieutenant Ira Jablonski, please.
First thing I want to say is just talk to Raj. He says there's only 15 more speakers, so don't worry. I want to thank Roger for hosting this event. I've known Roger for the last 5 or 6 years, which I guess is like 12 years in Roger years. He's a great friend to the police department. He's a great friend in the community. Some of the other things I want to talk about really quickly is the partnership between the police department and the Pakistani community. It is great. It helps us. It helps us keep the community safe. It helps us to bring down crime. It helps us to keep us together. Another word I want to bring up is family. I used to be on the other side of Coney Island Avenue. Now I'm on this side of Coney Island Avenue, and the relationship is just as good. This is a real family atmosphere between us and the community, and that's something I want to keep going. And the last word I want to mention is hope. I just hope that we can keep this going. I hope that we can keep having events, that we can keep promotions coming up, that the Pakistani community can grow within the police department, because we need all the communities to really be a part of the police department to really have a safe and functioning police department. So again, I want to thank everyone for coming. I want to thank Roger for keeping us from eating, and let's have a good time. Thank you.
Thank you, Inspector. I see a few individuals. I'm gonna blow you up because you came late, but I'm still gonna give you a shout out. You know, because you're part of the community. You guys are always there. Perez, Mr. Perez, Zamir. I see Yasin. I see Taj Akbar. I see Asad Beg. Who doesn't know Asad Beg? You know, I think everyone knows Asad Beg. Where is he? Stand up. There you go. There you go. See, everyone knows him. Imtiaz, Raja Saab. Who else I'm missing? Listen, I'm sorry if I missed you. All right? Maybe I didn't see you with all this flash in front of me. But you know, again, thank you for being here. Thank you for everybody, Consul General especially. You know, I know you're new to New York. We had a great, and we still do, because I just spoke to him last week, Raja Ali Ijaz, with the former Consul General. He actually called me last week. He's in Saudi Arabia as the ambassador, but he still has a connection in this community. And when I went to Saudi Arabia, I had the pleasure of meeting him there. But this community is great. You know, there's a lot of things that needs to be done, which we will speak and, you know, make sure the services are provided to our community. But overall, this is a great community, hardworking community. There's goods and bads in every community, but overall, it's a great community, and I think we are here to relay and show a positive message of Pakistan and how our Pakistani community should be and is. So you'll have a great time in New York. If I can get all our newly promoted brothers. And the one, are you paying attention this time? Yeah, you can come up. Come on, Sidra, come up.
Chief, could you please come up? बहुत बड़ा कंपनी
आयशा अली साहिबा पाकिस्तान की कौंसल जनरल न्यूयॉर्क में। कैसा लगा आज पाकिस्तानी कम्युनिटी में से इन्वॉल्वमेंट इन NYPD और आज का प्रोग्राम?
जी, बहुत ज़बरदस्त प्रोग्राम था आज का, और एक बहुत बड़ी तादाद में पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन कम्युनिटी ने इसमें शिरकत की। और ये बताना चाहूँगी, यहाँ आकर बहुत खुशी हुई, और स्पेशली ये सुनकर कि पाकिस्तानी हेरिटेज के एक बड़ी तादाद में, मेरे ख़्याल में 300 के करीब जो ऑफिसर्स हैं वो NYPD यानी न्यूयॉर्क पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट में हैं, जो पाकिस्तान के लिए भी और पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन कम्युनिटी के लिए भी एक बहुत काबिल फ़ख्र
یقیناً بات ہے.
پر آپ وومن کی بات کر رہے تھے تو اور وہ بھی ثابت ہو گئی.
جی بالکل، لیکن انکریج کروں گی پھر بھی اپنی پاکستانی امریکن کمیونٹی کو کہ مور اینڈ مور ویمن شوڈ آلسو جوائن NYPD وچ از این ایکول اپرچونیٹیز آرگنائزیشن، اور یہ میرے خیال میں کمیونٹی کے لیے بھی اور باقی کمیونٹیز کے لیے بھی ایک بہت زبردست مثال ہوگی.
بہت شکریہ آپ کے.
تھینک یو.